for me to be, you know, over. I was over 460, so this is a much better alternative. My hips aren't hurting near as much, and I used to walk, my right foot would point to the outside, I guess because of the pain in my hip. But the more, you know, my foot has corrected itself. All positives, you know. We were talking about,
Oh, it scared the shit out of me.
what was it, a squirrel?
No, I think it's an armadillo.
Where's he at? I heard him chuckling. I didn't hear him run through the bush.
You see it? Oh, it's something.
Hey, whatever it was, it ran that way and not up to your ankle and bite you.
I know.
That's a good thing, right?
Absolutely. Man, that's just scary. Oh.
Emailing back and forth with another YouTuber a little bit last night, and he was, you know, wanting to know if we were just local hiking or we were going to plan a through hike, which, you know, that's kind of what we're inspiring to do. The process of that is a little bit easier now that my oldest son owns the Choi Lee. Didn't want to give it to him, but he was struggling, so it is what it is. And we have really decided to go much smaller ever since I took her to see that Bristol channel cutter, and she said that she could do it. So my attitude is to get a small boat and have it on a trailer. That way we can come and go and do as we please, but it has to be, you know, capable in the ocean. Right on down to a 20-foot flicka. I need a place to sit, I need a place to eat, I need a place to sleep. That's all my requirements are, you know. You know, owning that Choi Lee, not saying that it's not capable, because it was, but man, everything is so much money. You know, the road, the chain, the anchor, I mean, it's just all, you know, refrigeration, air. That boat had air conditioning. It's all just, you know, and I was talking about it has a tank for the generator, but there wasn't a generator in it. Yeah, you're talking about putting a diesel generator in it and fixing all the things, you know. I just didn't find pleasure in that. I would have done it, but I wasn't in love with the boat. It's a nice boat, but I wasn't in love with it. And if we get a boat that I can put on a trailer, it makes more sense to me, because when we eventually sell the tools, and I keep turning down offers on the house, they're just a little shy of what I'll accept. So it's gonna, you know, I'm in no rush. Losing weight and getting in better shape is just gonna be a positive thing. But this guy, I'll tell you who it is. He's got a channel called Art of Hooky. He's got a little 22 Falmouth, and dealing with some vision issues. But the guy, you know, he doesn't have a car. He bikes around on a little Brompton and a Surly that he uses like a backpacking bike, which is, you know, good. And he doesn't have an ounce of fat on him. The guy is a physical specimen, you know. And he was asking us about if we were going to just be local day hiker type thing or planning a through hike. And I told him that we'd like to do the PCT next year, which is the Pacific Crest Trail out on the west coast. Goes from the southern border to Canada. And at my walking speed, you know, I'm trying to get my daily mileage up. I want to be comfortable with at least 15 miles a day. carrying the pack and all of our gear. So, but I am going to fill out a permit when they open them in October and play that by ear. And then, you know, if you enjoy doing it, you know, then you inspire to do the Continental Divide and then the Appalachian Trail. Those are the three big ones. And I don't know, you know, that's 3 years, and we're seeing how that plays out. You know, I'd still like to jump on the boat and go sailing. We'll see. I'm not giving up on it. Yeah, sometimes, you know, you got to do what Mama wants to do too, and she really likes this hiking, so I just can't be selfish, you know, of my dreams. You know, when I was young, I thought that's what I was going to do, is live on a sailboat. And it was really the mode of transportation. It wasn't so much circumnavigating the globe. I was pretty young, and I wasn't like thinking about it that deeply. I was thinking more like, I'm going to go to every surf spot that I can get to, and eventually, you know, look at all the atolls in the South Pacific. I got a buddy in Hawaii. Go up to the Bali and the Metawai Islands. And that's all I cared about, man. And I said, I'm going to live on that surfboard, that sailboat, and eat rice and beans and catch fish and go, you know, snorkeling and spear my fish and just live like a bum on a boat, but I'll be surfing. That's all I wanted to do. So now at 57, you know, my expectations of that have changed just a tad. Now, you know, am I going to go to Tahiti and drop in on triple overhead Chopu? Not a chance. But would I do it on a boogie board? Sure. I'd slap some little fins on and try and put myself straight to the Razor Blade Express. I don't care. But, you know, I gotta lose this other half a dude I'm carrying around with me. Well, that just, you know, I gotta get back into shape. So this is where that stands. But anyways, the Art of Hooky guy sent back, he's like, don't lose any more weight, brother. The trail will take it. He said when him and his friend did the PCT, he said he was starving all the time. He said you look like you've got anorexia by the time you get done. But in the process, you also got to be in some sort of shape to do that, because, you know, the elevation changes. You know, if you're doing northbound, it's not so bad. You start in a desert and your climbing kind of starts slowly. But if you do a southbound and you go up to Glacier, or, you know, or if you're doing the CDT and you go to Glacier, you're automatically, you know, at elevation. So I just,
Your camera, are you like on the ground the whole time?
yeah. Oh, then why don't you take videos? I tell you to all the time. Here, face the camera.
No.
Here, face the camera.
No. Jeez. Goodness.
It's like a walking podcast.
Boring.
Boring. Whatever. Am I sitting in a chair in my little studio? My little pseudo studio? In my 12 by 16?
Hey,
What?
stop it.
Stop what? Here, camera's on you. Here you go. Here you go. Here, walk backward. Walk backward for me. Walk backward for me. Come on, I'll do it. Come on.
Come on, let's get this hike over with.
What do you? Oh, I almost fell down. You like that?
Yeah.
Weebles, freaking that root jumped out and grabbed me.
Now see, if I would have gotten that on film.
It is on film.
Well, I meant me filming you about to eat shit. See?
You've only seen me fall down one time.
That's what you get for talking shit about me earlier. And
Oh, you jinked you
about the face plant.
you shook chicken bones on me.
I have secret powers that you don't still know about, sir.
I think I found all your powers.
Yeah.
In 20 years, I think I found them all.
Touch your mouth.
In 20 years, I got every skin pore
Okay.
you got.
Touch your mouth.
I've named all your freckles.
Stop it.
So, see how it's going to be? Well, you see our interaction all day long. This is what we do. That's why she's my best friend of all time. And she holds me to a pretty straight line. Because I have been known to get out of control.
These mosquitoes are like still eating you up, like for real. It's like putting a spray on or something.
Well, I've been filming this long enough for anybody that watches that their heart rate ought to be up a little bit. How you guys feeling the burn? Come on. So just think if Billy was still alive and he was out here hiking with us. How would you shut both of us up?
Oh yeah, we would have been done with this show by now. Or it takes us a couple hours. We'd have that shit done in 45 minutes.
Billy can go on with himself.
If you got there pushing me. Scratching the whip.
He wouldn't have pushed me. Kind of working our way to the back side of the big lake. It's right there through the trees. Oddly enough, one thing I haven't gotten on myself or Stacy since we've been doing this is a tick.
Hey, check that out. If you look through there, you'll see all that firewood. That'd be
Oh,
some firewood for camp. Look at all that right there. Show it. Wait. Everybody wants to see the ground still.
yeah. Hey, look at your little house under here, Cakes. Hey. Look at the little natural coyote den down in there.
Yeah. It's someone's natural habitat.
Well,
Yeah.
I've rambled on about enough.
Bye, guys.
You guys have a great weekend.
Yes, have a wonderful weekend.
Keto
Talk to y'all soon.
is real, and get out there and move. Get up early, go for a walk.